keys to that is one is trying to be true to yourself. It's, for example, if you're going for recruitment, you're looking for a job, instead of thinking what they want, which is, good to keep in mind, you figure out what is your USP, and that way you will get a right match. So knowing yourself and having faith, because I firmly believe that the only thing in this world that is, unique is having a monopoly, right? And the only thing you have monopoly in is yourself. Why would you, discard that power you have of having complete monopoly over yourself because you're one of a kind by being somebody else and being like the rest and
So
then
what
try to
is
defend?
Samir Soni's USP?
Huh?
Tell us your USP.
Well, I try very hard and I resist all the pressures in this glamour world I live in to be me. Which you say I'm being humble or this. I'm just trying to be true to myself. To me, it's a smart strategy, right? It's like when you if you have a room and everybody's shouting, "I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best," and one guy says, "I'm me." I mean, I don't know. I think I like being me. If I'm the best, great. If I'm not, well, so fine. So that's a strategy. You work on your strengths. You don't work on this works for 10 people, this therefore it'll work for me as well, therefore I should do the same. Well, you have your own unique expertise, your own unique experiences, your own unique personality. You're going to maximize that. If I go to a party with my friends and they are the most charming and blah, 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 but more often than not, I get noticed simply because I'm just happy being on my own, having a drink or something. And they wonder, what's this guy all about? Right? So, I mean, using a blueprint of somebody else's blueprint for yourself need not necessarily be a good idea because that works for him. What Steve Jobs did works for Steve Jobs and not for you. You gotta be find your own way and you to come to the same goal. You can do that. The good
Think
thing,
everybody confronts self-doubt along the way?
sure. I mean, that's why you surround yourself with like-minded people. The company you keep. Whether it's people, whether it's books, whether it's having a mentor, a coach. The self-doubts, of course, in every step it's going to be there, but the longer you are, the more comfortable you get in your own skin, and before you know, people admire you for that. They'll be like, oh wow, look at him. But I think it's now. I'll give you a fine example. In India we call Mahatma Gandhi the father of the nation because he got us independence from the Britishers, right? And what he's known for, and what Nelson Mandela was known for, is the power of peace, not non-violence. Okay. Now, it was not necessarily just a philosophy, right? Mahatma Gandhi very well knew that they were outnumbered or outpowered by the Britishers when it came to ammunition, guns, and everything. So they couldn't win that fight. So he chose the way that he knew he could win. He said, non cooperation, no violence. I'm not going to do anything. And eventually you'll give in. That's your strategy. So, you have to work a strategy which works for you and not, it's, yeah, I mean, I tell that to my friends all the time. I said, I'm extremely cunning because I know you guys are trying so hard to impress people wearing the clothes you're wearing and then the watches you're wearing, the cars you're driving. And me making zero effort, just being me and wearing whatever I want to wear, I make a virtue of it. So in the end, you land up making a virtue of it, perhaps quote unquote a shortcoming. Maybe not necessarily true, but I feel that isn't it strange that you want to be like somebody else, but the moment you are like somebody else, you want to be unique. Isn't that true? Everyone does
Yeah.
that. You're growing up, oh, I want to be like one of those investment bankers. Oh, I want to be like those lawyers. And once you are there, you're going to say, no, but I want to be like this. Why are you clubbing me together? Hey, that's what you wanted. So, yeah, I mean, believe in yourself, and stick to it. It'll pay off. It'll pay off. It'll pay off big. Before you know, I mean, you've heard that story about about this shoe salesman selling shoes on or a guy who sells flip flops on this island. You've heard that story,
Nope. Tell us.
which kind of
This is.
sounds like you have, but you want the listeners to listen to it.
I'm not lying, I swear.
Oh,
Tell
okay.
us the
So
story.
that's a classic
Tell us that as
marketing.
a closing story for our
Yeah,
chat
it's the
today.
last story. It's classic marketing story. There's this guy who manufactures flip flops, sends his ace salesman to this island and said, "Oh, go survey the place and see what kind of potential market that is." He goes there, spends a lot of time, comes back and says, "Oh God, boss, that's not working out." This is why he says, "No one wears footwear there. What am I going to sell flip flops to a place where nobody sells flip flops? So there's no way it's going to happen." All right. So he sends another guy. So, well, you go on and check. That guy comes back and he's rejoicing. And the boss said, "What happened?" He says, "Boss, we've hit jackpot because we found a place in which there is no competition. No one manufactures flip flops. Come on, the whole market is ours." It all depends on how you think.
I love that
So,
story. That's beautiful.
thank you. I think we've
Well, so as our parting words, you've been so inspirational for these last couple of weeks that we've had your attention. Give us some inspiration in the last minute that we have. Some parting words of wisdom from Samir
parting
Soni.
word. Parting word. Oh God, there are just so many.
Well,
Uh, you're
we'll have
kind of
to be
putting me on the
back to
spot
get the
here.
rest.
You're putting me on
Well,
the spot.
what's the one thing you want your listeners here today to take away from this conversation?
Believe in yourself. You are different. You're unique. Don't try to be something you're not. And work hard. There is no other way. If you want to ever succeed, from my experience, be a good human being, which means harm nobody. Uh, Work your ass off because there is no substitute for working hard. And believe in the divine, the universal forces. They always tell you something. Keep your ears and eyes open for the hints they give. One way or the other, you will hear something. So these three things are paramount. Be a good human being, because if you're not a good human being, and you know what that means, so don't create this thing. Oh, but what does that mean? You know what that means. You know when you're doing something wrong. So be a good human being. Work hard and believe in God, and there's nothing wrong that can ever happen to you.
Well, that is beautiful. And I've been so inspired by our conversations. And if you didn't catch our conversation from last week, go back and listen to it. It's fantastic. And really, this has just been our privilege and honor to have you. Samir Soni, thank you so much for being our guest today.
Pleasure, Christine. Pleasure all the way. God bless.
And you.